First at 6, an update on a story that captured the hearts of so many.
More than a year ago, a Vancouver woman gave birth while in a coma battling COVID-19. You might remember this video when she was released from the ICU after she fought to survive and meet her new baby. Well, now Fox 12's Kendra Kent is checking back in with her and her now 1.5-year-old. Such an amazing story, Kendra.
Yeah, that's right, Nora. And this is one that almost everyone remembers. It was one of the more hopeful ones to come out of 2020. But however, this mother's journey since then has not been super easy. Take a look.
Butterfly.
For mother of two, Angela Primachenko, life 1.5 years into the pandemic is pretty good.
Doggy.
Because back when little Ava here was born, nobody knew if Primachenko would live to meet her youngest daughter. This is a photo of her in the hospital, fighting for her life after she fell ill with COVID-19 while nearly 34 weeks pregnant. She was induced at Legacy Salmon Creek and gave birth while in a coma. Nearly a week postpartum, Angela turned a corner, improving and waking up to realize she now had a daughter named Ava.
They told me that she was intubated just a few floors above me, and I just remember feeling so guilty that, because of me, she's sick.
But little Ava would be just fine, and it was a miracle story for the 29-year-old Vancouver respiratory therapist who worked in the same hospital where she battled the virus. But some of Primachenko's darkest days came after the happy day that she was released from the hospital. Angela suddenly had a premature newborn and a busy 10-month-old.
On top of that, I had to deal with post-intubation. I lost a lot of muscle. I couldn't walk. My husband had to help me shower. I had so much, just no strength. I think my lowest moment, at one point I was just exhausted, probably hadn't slept for 3 days. Ava was just yelling. And I remember thinking to myself, man, it would have been easier if I wouldn't have survived COVID.
It was just a fleeting thought, but Angela says it was a reality check.
That for me was just a moment where I chose to be okay, enough is enough. I'm gonna get help.
And that's why Angela is sharing her story again, not just with us, but the world, writing a book, Breath of Life. The title is the meaning of little Ava's name. For Angela, the memoir is part of her healing journey to recover both physically and mentally from the traumatic ordeal.
Freeing myself of this expectation that I need to be strong at all times. Having the strength to be able to be weak and to say, hey, I need help.
Her hope that by sharing her story, she can inspire others to make it through tough times. And in her writing, offering tools to help cope.
My greatest desire is that every person can just be the healthiest version of themselves.
So inspiring, and you can find Angela's book, Breath of Life, on Amazon. It was just released yesterday. Reporting live tonight in Vancouver, Kendra Kent, Fox 12 Oregon.